So it was about 3 weeks ago. I was working for the Kilkenny-Clare All-Ireland semi-final, and just an average day that you're working doing the analysis and the punditry for the games. And I was happy and relieved that I had finished my work for the day, and I suppose the next morning was Sunday, and I was looking forward to watching Limerick and Galway in the other semi. Just very relaxed and casually just scrolling on Facebook, and I came across an article, and it had a headline: Ursula Jacob was hammered on the Sunday game. And immediately I think I just panicked. I worried. I was like, what's this about? Did I say something that controversial the day before? And I suppose I was too terrified to actually click on the link to see what it was about, because I was for fear of what was going to be inside the article. So between my sister and my husband, the two of them had a look for me, and they were like, look, this article is just based on two individuals, and I repeat, two individuals who had just said, you know, they didn't like the sound of my voice. Why is there a woman speaking about a man's game? And the whole article was fabricated and based on these two individuals. But for me, what was probably upsetting about it was that this page, this social media page, was going out to 270,000 people who had subscribed and liked to the page. So I suppose I was very upset. It was kind of... It wasn't like I came out with the statement or my post just based on this one article. I suppose it had been over a period of time where the same things kept cropping up, where it was, why is there a woman speaking about the men's game? What, you know, I can't stand her accent, can't stand, you know, her voice, can we mute her? The same things over and over again. And the funny, ironic thing was they never were commenting on my knowledge, my analysis. And I'm well aware that when you're on television and you're speaking about any sport or anything, you're open to criticism. Not everyone's going to agree with your opinion, and that's fair enough. But when it gets to the personal, nasty comments that was constantly creeping up, I just kind of got to the stage where I felt enough was enough. So it was actually the following day, which was the Monday, I still was feeling quite annoyed, aggrieved, frustrated, upset, saying, this is bothering me. It's it's impacting me on my personal life. I was in Wexford Hospital for an antenatal appointment where I should be absolutely beaming, exciting, really looking forward to, you know, welcoming my first child into the world in a few months. And yet I was still bothered and upset by this. And I got the little bit of kind of fight and determination back into me that morning. As I sat in the waiting room on my own, I started writing the post that I eventually put out that evening. And it was probably the most difficult thing I've ever put out, because I would never put myself out there like that on social media. I'm private on all platforms for a reason, because I just don't want to open myself to that kind of abuse. And to be honest, I can't believe in the last 3 weeks the amount of support and everything I've received since.
It's kind of hard to believe, you know, we're in 2022 and this is kind of still going. Like, you know, when you said that, you know, people are saying, why is a woman talking about... I mean, as a guy, that is absolutely... I can't say it on live TV, but if I heard that in person, I'd actually slap the person. How does it feel to... Well, I suppose you do get a good support from that. So I guess, how does it feel knowing that you do have such support with that?
Well, I'm being honest. Look, I know that my post is not going to change the world. There'll always be trolls out there, nasty people out there who'll hide behind keyboard warriors, as I said it. But at least I feel now I've kind of taken back some of the power. It doesn't mean that the trolling towards me or anyone else will stop. But I'm so proud of myself that I actually stood up for myself and said, as I said, enough was enough, because it gets to a stage where it was affecting my confidence. On that Sunday morning, when I opened up that, I had said to my family, that's it, I'm finishing, I'm not doing it anymore. It's not worth the time, the effort, everything, and it really, really had knocked my confidence. And then, as I said, I got that little bit of fight and determination back in me on the Monday, and it was the best decision I ever made, because I said I either need to post it now or forget about it and move on. And it's easy for people to say, you know, ignore it. But when it gets to the constant, every time you're on the television and they're just saying the same thing about me being a woman, speaking about hurling game.
Can I just say as well, you've got the most beautiful accent. And I think that, like, in the GAA especially, we're all celebrating our counties, and you've got a lovely, strong Wexford accent, but that is what makes you you, and everyone should be so proud of. And how dare they? They're probably just jealous because they might like your county.
And the
or
thing
whatever.
is,
but it's just not right. It's just not right to say that, and for anyone, shame on them. And I think that no one should ever be given that platform for their trolling comments to be sensationalised and like reported like that.
That's what that page was doing. It was facilitating the nastiness. And that's what upset me, because they were basing it on two individuals. You know, you'd swear I'd said something so horrific that, you know, and it made me doubt myself. But look, I'm very proud to be a woman. I'm very proud to be from Wexford. I'm not looking to change either things. And imagine all three of us were here, robotic, speaking to each other, sounding the same and look the same.
I know.
What would be the point of it?
That would be great telling you all together, wouldn't it? Yeah.